Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar, adab, hi, hello. This is Muhammad Ishal Haq. This is my first video for the academic purpose. Here I make some tasks that given for my academy, and now I am going to present my tasks. Hope that you will enjoy the video. Now I am sharing my screen. So my task is a presentation. Now I'm starting it. Welcome to the presentation. This presentation is presented by me in short, submitted me, and here is given my all details. My name, I'm Isharul Haq Tutul, student ID 1810517111, session 2017-18, Department of Banking and Insurance, University of Rajshahi. And here my teacher details. MD Shahadat Hossain, Assistant Professor, Department of Banking and Insurance, University of Rajshahi. Now, here given my course name, International Business and Banking, course code being 310. My presentation topic is political economy and economic development, and it is in chapter 3. The reference book for the presentation is International Business, 10th edition, Charles W. Hills, the writer. So let's start the presentation. Now, first, what is political economy and economic development? Before starting the topic, we also have to know that what is political economy. A political economy stress the political, economic, and legal system of a country are independent. They interact and influence each other, and doing so, they affect the level of well-being. So we get here that political economy. So in short, the political government, political economy in case have several elements: the political government, the economic system, the legal system. All the factors of the political economy, they act together and ensure the overall well-being of the economy. So the political economy or the political government means the state of a government or political situation is the situation in a government in a nation. So political development is very important for ensure political economy. Second, what is political development? What is economic development? Economic development is means the overall long-lasting development or growth in a nation. The economic development in here is program policies, activities that seek to improve the economic well-being and quality of life for a community or country. So the development is that depends on the country and community. So that political economy as well as very important for economic development, because if the political government or political economy situation are not good, the political development is the backbone of the country. The political economy is very helpful and useful for overall development. Without political development, economic development is impossible. Now, difference in economic development. So Measure of economic development. Many countries use several factors or several processes to measure their economic development. Among them, GNI and PPP is very common method to measure economic development. GNI stands gross national income, that is the annual income, total annual income received by resident of a nation. On the other hand, purchasing power parity is used worldwide to compare the income level of different countries. So, politics in here, purchasing power parity discuss the overall cost for living in a country. That's vary country to country. GNI means the total income that earned in a person in a country, but it can be differ very country to country, and the total income means is very high growth is not. If income is very high and cost is also very high, in short, the economic growth is not be a good measure. So which is better? GNI figures the misleading because they do not consider the actual cost of living, but purchasing power parity uh, is show the actual cost and living country to country. For example, the cost of living in USA and cost of living in China is totally different. The actual cost is China is far more cheaper than the living cost in USA. Now we have a broader concept of development that is represented by the Amartya Sen. Amartya Sen is a Nobel Prize winning economist, and Sen has argued that development should be material output, should be less material output, but it is more by enjoying real capability and the opportunity of freedom people use. According to Sen, development should be seen as a process of expanding the real freedom that people experience. Development requires the removal of impediments. For example, reduce the poverty, reduce the only deprivation, neglect the public facilities. In the sense view, development is just an economic process, but it also a political development too. The perspective of Shane emphasizes the basic health care for children and especially education for women. Uh, so from here we understand that the actual development is depends not only material things but also in the real enjoy facilities and opportunities. Here on in the country where people disclose their own opinion, doing their work as they want, no legal restriction or impediment is restrict him or her to doing his or her desired activities. The desired activity is not should be the violence. There should be a good legal and with support by the community. So the doing the work for the he want, there must be a freedom. For example, America has more freedom compared to China. Here, all of these things in China, the press, the media, TV channel is totally controlled by the government. People do not disclose their opinion in public day. But in contrast, USA is very far more open-minded. Citizen can disclose their opinion. So here also disclose about the political view that emphasize democratization. Democratization means the a government is for the people, by the people, of the people. People select their representative who do the work according to the public interest. So here Shen's influential thesis has been picked up by the United Nations that's called is the HDI Human Development Index that is mainly based on the life expectancy at birth, educational average income, which measure the quality of human life in the different country to country. Life expectancy means how many children are alive in the birth time. The educational means how many adult person receiving their primary and secondary education. And third, average income, how much money people earn during a period in a nation. The things are rated in three criteria. The overall result is one. The higher one, the higher or good result show 0.08 or more. The medium represent 0.05 to 0.08 and third 0.00 to 0.04. So higher the rate means higher human development index. Now next, political economy and economic progress. Here, political economy and economic progress are totally interrelated, and the scholars still now do not separate each other through their own opinion or their research result. There is still an ambiguous answer. There is no specific answer on this topic. So political economy and economic progress are interrelated and absent of anyone, the other one is not exist. So several nature for this generalized nature of the relation of political economy and economic progress has several natural characteristics that are given below, and I will discuss all of them. First, innovation and entrepreneurship are engine of growth. So innovation means something new. Here, something new is not only for a new product, but also it can be a new process of production, a process of management, etc. Entrepreneurship means a person or organization or firm or company get an initiative to do something new. They bear risks, and when the innovation entrepreneur are work together, there must be a sure economic growth. So economic growth is dependent or is considered the engine of the economy, innovation and entrepreneurship. Innovation and entrepreneurship require a market economy. So why they require market economy? What is the benefit of market economy? Market economy is one where every farm individual perform their own work. No legal restriction is given there. Government do not interfere there. All the things, price, quantity are determined by the demand and supply. The customer gives the signal to the producer of what need to produce and what quantity of use and what is the price they pay for the product. So entrepreneurship and innovation require no legal restriction in the market, and they want a fair playing field so that they compete each other and ensure country's economic growth. Number three, innovation and entrepreneurship require strong property right. Strong property right means there have some legal protection of the business and individual. Legal protection means they have a actual property right that are the product of actual thing or performance. For example, patent, trademark, copyright. They are innovative product. They are not produced by all in day to day. They need time to develop. They need work to innovate them. So there must be a strong property right that no one get advantage to copy them and gain abnormal profit. If there are no required strong property right, innovation and entrepreneurship will be reluctant to do business. As a result, the economy will fall. The required political system. The required political system in based on the individualism system which is support the democracy. Democracy here that government receive public feedback, work for the public interest, and there have chance people to select their own representative. As a result, they choose their quality candidate, elected them, and he work for their interest. Economic progress begets democracy. Democracy means of the people, by the people, for the people. Democracy in the democratic country, people express their feelings, their opinion. But in contrast, if they are a totalitarian, it is not possible in all sector, in all case. So a government will democracy is not the 100% sure that there must be economic progress, but a government with totalitarian but strong property act can easily ensure that there must be a economic progress. For example, China, they have a totalitarian government, but they don't have the strong property act and other legal restrictions that make the business in the country is very suitable. Geography, education, and economic development. Geography means the area of a country. Education means then basic skills, knowledge related to the society, norms, culture, and so on. And economic development means a long-lasting growth of a nation. So, a political economy and economic progress has all of these features. Next, the nature of economic transformation. The nature of economic transformation means the market or a economy can change or convert into a market economy. For them ensure they have a market economy, they have three requirements or criteria. Number one, deregulation, privatization, and third, legal system. Now we discuss these three set. Deregulation. Deregulation involves that government remove all the legal restriction for trade and investment. Here, the government reduce legal restriction, ensure level playing field, and establish private enterprise in manner which they operate. All the laws, rules, regulation will be favor in private operators There is no control in production or supply of government. They are fixed by the demand and supply basis. Customers and suppliers interact each other and create their demand or express their demand and price quantity. So government just playing and look after the companies so that they do not aggressively hit each other. They work their own way and there must be a level playing field. No one get any abnormal, no one get any additional benefit or receive any chance for gain abnormal return. Number two, privatization. With the hand in hand with deregulation, there must be a shape of increased privatization. Privatization means simply transfer the ownership of the state property into private hand or simply sell the state property to the private individual firms or company. Privatization is mainly done for increase the efficiency of the sector which is continuously going loss. Government sometimes makes some sector privatized so that their condition will be improved, they work properly, ensure economic growth, and raise revenue in favor of government. Number three, legal system. Legal system means there must have a strong property act and legal and a system that helpful for business and means if any contract is broken without any condition or without any approve, the government in legal system will protect the firms who lose the contract or illegally broken the condition of the contract, as well as the Property Act that no one copy the other's product and receive any abnormal gain. So a legal system or legal functioning of market economy is very important to maintain their performance well. So if there have any problem or question arise, ask me in the comment box. I will try my best to answer the question as early as possible. Besides, if I want even feedback so that I can make better self in the next time when I'm making a video. Thank you to watch the video till the end. This is my first video. If there have any mistake, please keep the eyes is forgive. So that's all for me today. Thank you for your patience. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar, adab, hi, hello. Goodbye. Wish you a healthy life.